Hello, welcome to the Rich and Simple Living. My name's Maria, and if you're new here, I vlog all home life sort of things. Quite often at the moment it's cooking, but today we're doing something a little bit different. I'm going to show you how the dehydrated apples turned out, and also then I thought I'd give you a quick look at what gadgets I've got, because I'm always moaning about my shortage of space, my little kitchen, but how I like having all these gadgets. So I thought, what gadgets have I got and where on earth am I putting them all? So I thought I might just give you a quick look. I don't have many gadgets because, like I say, I haven't got a lot of space, but I thought we could have a look what I've got. So first of all though, I'm going to show you the dehydrated apples. If you've seen yesterday's video, I put some apples in to dehydrate because I want to do them for some bunny treats, and I left it on for 24 hours. Well, when I loaded it, you have to load them all close together. I filled each one, not full, but I left a bit of a gap in the middle, but I did a couple of rows all next to each other around the side and not on top of each other. So let me show you when they dehydrate how it looks. Let me just bring you up and bring you down so you can get an idea, see it better. I bought it in here now, it's not plugged in. Let me take the top lid off. Look at that. Now I know that it's going to dehydrate to next to nothing because, like I said, I've done strawberries before in it, so I knew what to expect. But for anybody who doesn't, you think, is that worth it? But they're nice and crisp, very crisp. I'll be able to crumble these up now, and you can see the next one as well. So this is how it is all the way down. They're all very small because they're dehydrated, all the juice is out of them, and apples are quite juicy anyway, so they just shrink away. But if you're not used to that and it's your first time dehydrating something, it can be a bit of a shock. So what I'm going to do with these, I'm just going to pop them into some sandwich bags for now, some of these Ziploc ones, so they're airtight, and then I'm going to put them into an airtight tin to make sure that they really are airtight, because I'm not going to be using all these at once. What I'm going to do is crumb them down, break them down into crumbs, not when I pack them, when I get out what I want to use. I'm going to sort of crumble them a bit so they can be used as treats. Like I said, we're using these for the rabbits. I mean, you can dehydrate them for your own eating. I quite like the idea of doing them for crisps, but these were already chopped and in the freezer ready to make pies and things like that, and it's just I've got some bags left over that have been in there a bit of a while, and I thought, well, I need to empty all that space out because the new growing season starts soon. So they were in like little slices, like you'd put in an apple pie, you know. But if I'm going to do some for crisps, which I might do later in the year when they've grown again, providing we get a good crop, I will do them like rings, slice them straight across and do them like rings and do them that way. So yeah, I'm going to get on and do this, and I shall come back to you in a minute. We'll see how much it looks when it's in the bags and I'll come back when I've just loaded the bags. Right, I've bagged them up. I've got 2 bags out of them. I've not filled the bags right to the top because I wanted room to get the air out of them. But yeah, they've made 2 nice bags. And when you think, when I first showed you a bag yesterday, it was quite a big freezer bag full of apple, which would have made a big, nice big pie. But this is what they go down to. I did 2 bags, and this is what they've gone down to. So what I'll do, I can either give them as treats as they are, or I might just crunch them down a little bit. But like I say, because it's apple, if you're giving it to your rabbit or guinea pig, then it's best to give them just about an ounce a week, which is equivalent of like a tablespoon, perhaps once a week. You could do twice a week, but I wouldn't like to do it too much. Maybe if you want to give you know, like twice a week, sweet treats, maybe one day you'd give an apple and perhaps carrot, something like that, because that's another sweet thing another time, but never more than the 2 lots a week because the sugar's bad for them. So that's what that. So I'm going to put them into an airtight tin now, and I've got plenty more in my freezers that I might do again. What we're hoping to do, you see, because I was telling you about Hopperty's boarding, but I want to do rabbit treats boxes as well, like forage boxes, grazing boxes, you know, where you put bits of herbs, leaves and things like that in. So we'll be doing a lot of drying, and I'm hoping to do a lot of in the air drying, fresh air drying. I don't know, say that. But I'm going to see if I can make a rack and put it where I used to do the cooking in the shed on the big table there. I'm going to see if I can make some racks so we can put things like leaves and things like that to dry naturally in there. And only really juicy things like apples we will put into the dehydrator. Because although it isn't a lot in electricity, the green light on my smart meter never changed at all. It stayed green the whole way through, and I had it on 24 hours. So the only time it changed when the kettle went on, which the kettle sends it red every time anyway. But yeah, it kept it green, so it's quite energy efficient, so I'm not too worried. But I wouldn't want to use it all the time when I can use the fresh air to dry things. So we are going to make a station inside that shed where we can dry leaves, flowers, that sort of thing, all things that are edible for small animals like rabbits and guinea pigs. And I want to make some boxes, like grazing boxes with that. And then little treat bags. We're going to do some little treat bags up for, you know, like your apples, carrots and banana. They'll eat banana, things like that as well. But obviously, like I say, they've got to be to a minimum because they are sweet treats. Same as us, really. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with the result of that. They are nice and crispy. There's no moisture left in there at all. I can feel that. So I'm quite pleased with them. The colour of them, don't worry about that. It's edible, the colour. I'd be more worried that time it's all dehydrated and everything, if everything come out pure, the pure white of an apple, I'd be thinking what's been put on that. So I don't worry about that. So that's that. Now I'm going to give you a quick look before I go at what gadgets I've got. So I'm going to take you off here. Do you know, I've got you perched in my sink. I killed a phone once doing that because I knocked it over and it went into a bowl of water that I'd left next to it and it died. I didn't have no rice, so I couldn't sit in rice or anything, and it just killed it. So you think I'd learn, but no, there's a bowl of water on the side and I've got you perched there. Oh well. So I'm going to swing you around anyway, like I said, and just show you a few of my gadgets really. So first of all, come back down the bottom where I was yesterday. It's a bit cluttered down here. It was a nice dining space, but we've got all this dog food that's got to go somewhere. See if we can organise some space. I did have a box by the back door, a welly box, and we put boxes of food and that in there. So I think it needs to sort out and just do it. The weather's just so wet. You don't want to go out and do anything though. Anyway, show you there. You've seen my bread maker before. In fact, I'm going to have a go at that again probably next week. I want to have a go at see if I can do a chocolate chip loaf, whether the chocolate chips will stay whole or will they melt and send it all brown. I don't know. Experiment. Something to do next week. So yeah, but you have seen me doing bread in the bread maker before. I do like my bread maker, it's very good. And my favourite one at the moment that you've seen me use recently, I had for Christmas, is my slow cooker. Do you know, I never had one before, ever, and I don't know why I haven't. Now I've been using it, I'm thinking, why on earth have I never had one before? And I love it, it's brilliant. I love doing the rice pudding in it. When we did the little contest between the oven, the air fryer and the slow cooker with the rice puddings, the slow cooker won it because they were divine in there. They're lovely. And I keep meaning to get some tins of Ideal milk to see if it tastes beautiful doing that or whether it'll just ruin it. I don't know. It's all about experimentation. But yes, I do love that. That's my favourite thing. Now, a lot of my gadgets are kept on top of my fridge freezer right up there. Not some really electronic gadgets though. The dehydrator is kept up there, right behind the baskets normally. So I have to get Dean to get it down because I'm the short one in the house and he's quite tall. At 6'4", he towers over me. So that's quite useful for reaching high things. But yeah, up there really it's just cake boxes and you can see my baskets there. There for when I'm in the garden, my trugs that I go and put plants in and collect things. Right at the very back it's just cake stands, and below the cake stand there's a muslin pan, is it? I can't say, I'll lift you up, see if you can see. But that's my jam making pan that I do jams and chutneys in. That's just a big pan for that. Underneath that is just a glass punch bowl set with all the cups and punch bowl things or the accessories. So they're not really electronic gadgets, that's just what happened to have up there. Another thing that's often up there, this is really Sean's, is a waffle maker. Yeah, mini waffle maker, just makes one waffle at a time. Maybe we'll have a go at that one day. I think she's only ever used it once. She had it one Christmas a few years ago, and I think she's only ever done it once. So maybe we'll have a go at that one day and see. I've never used it. The other gadget obviously is my air fryer. That's a favourite. I like doing the air fryer, and Fridays normally we do air fryer videos, and we'll be doing one this Friday. So that'll be out Friday. See, I've got the way to put it, because normally that goes, well, I'll probably put it back in there actually. It goes in that gap there on the end there. When it's not been in the shed, when we converted that, it was out there, but it's come back in now. So it will go over there, but it's there at the minute because I had to put the dehydrator in and plug it in because of the plugs, you see. There's a box with the dehydrator. I never did show you the box, all the different things it does. Do you know what I'm thinking of doing next Christmas, when Christmas comes around? Some oranges. See if we can dry some oranges and put some nice ribbon on and that for Christmas decorations. So I do fancy having a go at that. So that's what I'm going to do come, beginning of December. So yeah, that's just that, where you see me using that. Oh, one thing I haven't showed you actually, but I can't take it out and show it till all these boxes are moved. But I've got a hostess trolley down there. It's not something you cook with, obviously, but it's really good. It is really one of my favourite things. It's got 3 Pyrex-like dishes along the top, which you put vegetables in or beans and things like that. Then the cabinet that opens, and it's got 2 shelves where you put your food and everything in, and it's brilliant. It keeps everything warm. It's ever so good. So you cook it, pop it in there, and it keeps it all warm, just like you've just cooked it. I mean, there are some things you have to know what to cover because keeping it fresh, because you don't want to dry things out. That might be a good idea for dehydrating. But no, it is a really good thing. I love that gadget. I know you don't cook with it. It's not a cooking gadget, but it's a brilliant gadget. When we had bonfire nights, and we used to have a few of us, I had that up in the top, which is a living room at the minute, but it used to be my dining area, and this was at the top. And we used to fill it with the burgers and chilies in the top ones, and beans, and there'd be sausages and bacon and things like that in there, and it'd keep it warm. You go out and watch fireworks, and people could just wander in and get out what they wanted for a carb. It's brilliant. I love that. They don't seem to make them like that anymore. I've seen them on where have I seen them? eBay. But they don't make them like that anymore. That's my ring. I remember to put it on today so it didn't flash. I just showed you that. You've seen that. So my normal gadgets are toasters, and I've got a Dolce Gusto machine there, which makes lattes and all kinds of things. Dean's, that is, and he uses that. I don't really care so much for the coffee there. I'm not a coffee drinker, but I don't care for it so much. Now we've got a fancy kettle there. That was Dean's. He had that for Christmas because he's got arthritis, and when he lifts kettles, he's been known to drop them with hot water in. So Lisa got him that for Christmas, and it's really good. Even I can make a good cup of tea now. Because before we had it, everybody said my tea was awful. I wasn't even mad on it. But because it's got settings at the top for your size of your cup, even I can't go wrong. Even I can make a good cup of tea with it now. So that's a really good machine. So yeah, all you do is lift the lid, fill it at the backs, do your setting, put your cup under it, a bit like doing the coffee machine, and then just press the button and it'll do it to whatever you've set it to. Are we looking fuzzy, or is it my eyes? So yeah, and then it just fills your cup, and it's really good. So it saves Dean lifting it when it's got hot water in case it slips out of his hand. So I suppose the gadgets, got the normal gadgets, your cooker and your microwave. Dean also had for Christmas a tin opener to help him open tins because his fingers get stiff. So I don't think we've used it only once, but a lot of the tins nowadays have ring pulls, so how much it'll get used, I don't know. You've seen my Ninja. That's a good one. I love the Ninja. I like making pancakes and things in it now, and fruit purees, things like that in summer. It's really nice. And do some fruit and put some ice cream in it, and it's lovely. It's really nice in summer when it's hot. But yeah, I do all my pancake mixes in there. It'll mix anything. And you've seen me the other day when I made pancakes. I think the gadgets at the back, I used it. There's different sizes of them. They're in the cupboard, but that's my most popular size, so it's always to hand. But I just put the mix in there and fit it onto the machine, and away you go. That's really useful. And there's only one thing. This is what I mean by space, but I'll show you where the last thing is in here. Go into the living room, and I've got my Welsh dresser here, and up on the top is even storage. I've got the food processor up there because there's nowhere in the kitchen to keep it. No room even on top of the fridges. So it's up there. I mean, that is donkey's years old. I think that's got to be over 20 years old. It's really old. And I used to make all my batters and things in the mixer bit there till I had the Ninja. But that bit doesn't really get used now. But I still do my pastry in the processor bit there. I still, in the mixing bowl is it, but I still do my pastry in there and still mix cakes in there as well, so it's still in use, still working well. But you can see by the colour, it was pure white, but the colour of it's aged. It's well over 20 years old. But I'm so short on space, like I've got all my party platters up there and everything like that. Cooking books, I used to have loads and loads of cookbooks. This would be full, and I put it in them spaces as well, but now I've narrowed it down. So I've got my mum's Good Housekeeping cooking book, I've got some herb books, got some books that I write in myself and my own recipes. That's my favourite one. You can see it's all tatty. I've had it since I got married. That's another Good Housekeeping. Cook scrapbook. I've got a Victory cookbook. That's something I'm going to have a go at soon. Is I'm going to do some wartime recipes and see if we can convert them to the air fryer. Little House on the Prairie cookbook. I was mad on Little House on the Prairie. Got jams and things like that. Another one that I can write in and put pictures in for my own recipes. And the little Bureau book there, just odds and ends. I only have a few. I don't keep many cooking books. I just keep what we want. So as you can see, I don't have a great many things, but there's no room for them. I've probably got things in drawers and that, knick-knack things, you know, all your gadgety knick-knacks, not your electronic things, but, you know, I don't know, all the little things you get out and use, from every kind of spatula to thermometers and anything really. I've even got quail egg cutters and things like that because we used to keep quail. All kinds of things, measuring things, all kinds. They're all in drawers in there because there is no room. See what I mean by everything's having to be crammed in spaces. Now, I'd love some more gadgets. I would love to try different kind of air fryers because I'm always going on about the air fryers, saying, oh, well, this doesn't cook so well in this, but somebody else might say to me, oh, mine turned out brilliant, but such and such don't cook so well in mine. So I'm thinking, oh, maybe, you know, your makes models do vary. So I would like to have different ones. And I hear things like this Kasori quite a lot. So they sound like they might be good ones. I know people who've got Ninja ones. Ninja are very good, like my Ninja processor, blender, whatever it is. That's really good, and they say Ninja air fryers are good. I've not tried one, so I would like some more, but where do I put them? I'd like a double drawer one. I'd like to try a couple of things at once, but where do I put them? And then, of course, there's these new air fryer ovens. I don't know if they're like microwaves. If anybody's got one, let me know what they're like, and are they similar to microwaves? You know, is it worth having one if you've got a microwave? So all these things I'd like and like to try, but I haven't got nowhere to put them. I need to build an extension. So they're the sort of things I have got. I mean, my cupboards are rammed with, like I say, knick-knack kitchen things. But they're the main big gadgety things that I've got that, you know, I squeeze in. And like you can see, I am actually squeezing them in all kinds of places. So I run out of room to squeeze anything. So yeah, I just thought to show you what I got. I said I'll just give you a quick Look at what I've got. Even when I'm using my living room and I put things on the cupboard there, you know you're short on space. So that's that for today. I shall come back now on Friday. I know it seems strange saying that because you could be watching this a year from now and it could be any day of the week. But my next video, that's what I should say, my next video will be on Friday, and that will be an air frying one. Now I'm not going to hold myself to this, but I might do toad in the hole. Dean keeps saying to me, do toad in the hole, do toad in the hole. So we might give it a go. I keep saying, well, what if it doesn't work out? And he goes, you won't know till you try. And that's true enough. So we might have a go at that. So yeah, but whatever, it will be an air frying video in the next one. So thank you for watching, and until the next one, take care of yourselves. Bye.